Yo yo yo, and this is a reactional video from Game Abroad, and he's interviewing Giamo Jackson, a self-confessed sex tourist and passport bro, and he's explaining why his channel was deleted, as if anyone with any common sense wouldn't figure out what he was promoting and what he was doing on the site. But yeah, he needs to explain to us because he didn't get it and he couldn't figure it out himself, but YouTube had to spell it out to him. But he's now telling us everything what happened.
Deleted. It was my original Gmail account.
Oh,
so
okay.
I've had it for like 10, 12 years. I think I posted my first video in 2013.
Okay.
But I started taking it seriously maybe like 3 years ago, like posting regularly and like travel content and stuff like that. So
Yeah, I first came across your videos when I was in Thailand, and I was seeing all the thumbnails. I'm like, damn, this dude here going hard, like, but shit. So yeah, your shit was blowing up, man. That's what's up. So most people know you from what, like the DR?
Sasua, yeah.
Sasua, yeah. So all the places you've been, is that your favorite country?
Dominican Republic? I would say if you had asked me that a year ago, I probably would have said yes.
Yeah.
But last year, 2025, I went to Costa Rica, Panama, Colombia, Chile, Guatemala, also the Bahamas.
Yeah.
And so out of all those countries, for me, I would say it's a tie between Colombia and Panama.
Okay.
Damn, man, this guy, he's a real trouble. He's real passport bro, man. I got my bills to pay. I can't afford to be flying about like that. I don't know where I would get the money from, I've got several YouTube channels, but man, he really racking up the air miles.
One of the reasons is because I think the infrastructure, this is not about the chicas, but like the infrastructure there is a little bit better. Specifically in Panama, I don't want to say the economy, but things are a little bit more secure compared to the DR.
Panama, the infrastructure is a little bit more secure. Wonder what that means.
DR and Colombia and whatnot. So,
okay.
But I tell this, but don't get me wrong, DR is a great place. If you want to visit, you should definitely go. But I would say now that I've gone to other countries, I love DR, but it's not necessarily my favorite.
Okay, but like I was asking you earlier, is it still worth going?
Oh, is it worth going? Oh, that's a good question.
Let's see if this guy's learned his lesson.
Sasua specifically, I would say if you've never been to Sasua, I would say go. Okay. Because there's still chicas there.
Okay.
He hasn't learned his lessons. There's still chicas there. Okay, sometimes people go on holiday, but his mindset is still sex stories, and he's gone onto another guy's platform, done an interview, and he's still literally talking about sex tourism. This is what I mean by this dude that hasn't learned his lesson. Oh, there's still chicas there. Look, go on holiday, film it, put it on YouTube, but why does everything have to be around women? It's like, even when he was talking about the infrastructure, like the infrastructure is a bit better than the DR compared. Infrastructure means for him is like they don't need your money. So he goes to Colombia, they need his money, because he can act like the big boss in Colombia, but when he's in the DR, infrastructure is too good for him now. So they're looking at him like, what are you doing with us, man? You know what I mean? But in Colombia, he's sitting down there like, yeah, I'm the big boss. I got the money. This is what he means by the infrastructure. And his mindset is still that of a passport bro. And this is why they clipped his channel.
But for someone like me, if you've never been, I mean, I would say if you've never been. If you have been, it's like I can't go back.
Okay, got you. Okay, well that's what's up, man. Yeah, because I still need to go out to that DR. So yeah, I might check it out one day. Okay, that's what's up, man. So you've been out here in Colombia for a while, so.
Zij er iemand thuis bezorgd?
Man, these adverts are annoying. No, man, I would say I get advert, but I still support everybody, even though I'm reacting.
Give guys, a quick tip about Colombia, as far as your perspective.
Okay, let's see.
I mean, there's three major cities that they go to: Cartagena, Medellin, and Bogota. So those are three major. Personally, for me, I like Cartagena more because just because of the weather, there's tropical weather, there's beaches here and stuff like that, and I like Afro Latinas. You know what I mean? So there's a good healthy mix of that. Now, if you're just talking about pure chicas you want to monger and whatnot, Medellin.
Yeah.
It's probably, you know, that's.
Oh my god. He's still doing it. He's still doing what he got banned for. You couldn't make this guy up. It's like there's no brains in his head.
But you also have to be worried about the scopolamine.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
So
For sure.
it's a mixture of that. And then also there's Bogota. If you're adventurous and you're, I would say, a vet passport, bro, I would just say go to Bogota. It's very fun. Prices of I'm not just talking about cheap, but prices of everything are cheaper.
Yeah.
Hotel, Airbnbs, hotels, everything is cheaper.
I know, I'm reacting to him and I'm laughing that he got his channel clipped for talking about sex tourism and he's still on there talking about sex tourism. Some people never learn, so even if he got his channel back, he will slowly revert back to his old ways and not learn.
So
Okay.
Bogota is cool too.
Okay, bet. That's what's up. So yeah, man, I'm definitely gonna have to check. That's what I say, cause I'm a tropical guy. I like being by the water, you know. So yeah, me and you kind of the same on that. A lot of guys like being by the water. And I'm from Texas, man. We ain't got no beach, and you know, so I like to take advantage. You know,
It's Galveston.
yeah. Well, man, nobody goes there. That's down by Houston, but shit, nah, yeah, that's shit. That was way back in the day, but yeah, that shit trash. Yeah. We all got haters, you know what I'm saying? And I know you kind of had a little spat. What the guy named O'Shea?
O'Shea, or Cornelius.
You call him Cornelius?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, where did that stem from and how do you deal with the hate?
Oh,
you know?
That specifically is stemmed because he had a battle, a debate with Marquette Burton.
Okay.
Who's called the Saint in the Center.
Yeah.
And he lost that debate.
Oh, okay.
And so at the time, I think I might have had like 500 subscribers.
Yeah.
And I watched that. This was like this is 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And I made a video. I was like, hey, I said I agree with Saint in the Center, and for whatever reason he got upset about that. And you know, 4 years on, he's still still a hater. But anyways. But to deal with the hate, I mean, honestly, it motivates me.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, just to keep going. Because I think I talked about this not too long ago. There's a guy that I can't remember his name right now. He makes like these hood vlogs. Oh wow, damn! I should know this guy's name. I can't even remember. Oh wow. Anyway, it doesn't matter. You guys know who I'm talking about. Hood vlog, gay Christian boy. Anyways, when I first started making videos in Suwa, he was also a hater. You know what I mean? He was saying, "Oh, your video is trash. Blah, blah, your YouTube channel should be, it's trash," and all these things.
Good information, man.
Yeah.
So,
no, I mean, people are gonna hate, but also for those who want to make content or are making content, and you have haters, you have to realize that a lot of these people are hating are on the sidelines. You know what I'm saying? So it's easy to hate on the sidelines, but when you're actually in the game, traveling, going places, it's a different ballgame.
Yeah, for sure. So Jumbo, I did a video saying, talking about the different, females and relationships between Thailand, Brazil, and Colombia. One of my bigger videos since I've been out here. And I was stating in the video, I was like, the girls down here can seem a little more transactional just because of the proximity to America. So many weekend warriors are coming down here going back and forth. You know what I'm saying? So do you tend to agree with that?
Oh, yeah. So no, I'm glad you bring that up. So yeah, I think what I was saying, because I do agree with you, there are a lot of women, there are a lot of money-hungry hippos. Yeah. For sure, out here in Colombia. However, I think what I was saying is just that, for example, Dominican Republic is like a population of 10 million, I believe. Colombia, I don't know the exact number, but it's much bigger. So there are more women out here, and there are some women who are not money-hungry hippos. I think that's what I was trying to say. So here, it's easier to find a couple girls from that. And in that video I made, there's an area called Pozon. And in Pozon, there's it's a little bit on the poor side, but you can find some chicas who are not out and out mangoes on El Centro, who are looking for a little bit of guidance, who are looking for a little bit of a.
Haal meer uit Marktplaats en...
God no. This guy has not even learned. He's gonna go and put his own passport spin on this guy's channel. Oh dear. Let's see how long this guy's channel lasts. Can I interview a banned person?
friend type relationship. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I think that's what I was saying. So yes, I do agree with you. There are a lot of money hungry hippos here in Cartagena, Colombia, because like you said, the proximity, because they're so used to seeing Americans.
Yeah.
For sure. But I think that what I differ is because the population is bigger here. Yeah. You can still, if you look in the right place, you can still find some chicas that are definitely looking to, not. I mean, they still want money, but it's not at the same level as these money hungry hippos.
Yeah, all these girls. I mean, like I say, like. We got the American dollar. We come down here. I mean, because they, like I said in my last video, like, it's good girls everywhere. Because I done met a lot of cool chicks, like, they not like all on the scene or whatnot, but they poor, like favela girls, barrio girls, they not all on the scene. So, like, if you get with them, of course they're going to want you to take care of them to some degree. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm cool with that, You ain't out here messing with a lot of, passport bros and all that shit. You kind of just mind. But at the same time, you want... you want a little, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm cool with that.
But a little something is different than what these.
Just straight up, I want this for, I'm like, oh, damn, chill out, okay? So I don't like getting handled like that all the time.
I mean, the most basic short story is that YouTube deleted my channel because they believed I was making content with the intent to sell, illicit services or illegal services. That's the word. Illegal services. So, and if you go on YouTube and you look at their policies, there's like a whole list of.
This is the thing about these guys. These guys live in a fantasy world because every single week there's a new policy update. I remember back in the days it used to be every month there would be a policy update, but the internet is moving so fast these days that the policy updates are every week, and sometimes the policies actually contradict their own policies from like a week ago. I remember, a couple of years ago, I remember there was one policy that was you couldn't swear in the video because of advertising. Then they said, oh, you can swear, but just not in the first 2 minutes. And then they got rid of it. They said, oh, you can swear, but not too much swearing. And I was like, what? Come on, YouTube, make up your mind. So they do update the policy, and some of them do contradict themselves after a while. But with Giamo and Tyler, we can start to see now why they got themselves deleted from YouTube, where they are not linking directly to certain sites, but they are telling you to go to certain sites within their video.
Illegal services, some of it's related to drugs, some of it's related to firearms. What they specifically talking about me, they thought or believed that I was trying to sell escort services. So imagine.
This reminds me of someone who came on a video, and his name was Skylar, and he said he runs an anti-escorting agency. And I feel like the people on YouTube saw that video, and after that day, his YouTube channel was gone. Skylar's channel was gone. And I was like, It's almost like he was rubbing it in their faces too much, what he was doing. Because I don't know what went on the Phantasm website. I don't know where if he had some sort of like map of all his so-called ghost houses on there for the passport bros to go to. And that will connect him to criminalized organizations. I mean, I'm just saying he might not be doing that. I don't know what he was doing. I never signed to the Phantasm. But that in itself would look like he's promoting not only sex tourism, but prostitution, escorting. And he's doing that via YouTube. We can see why they sat down then and clipped Tyler. Giamo, the same thing.
Imagine like your Craigslist encounter pages. Imagine for the ones who really know, like list caller, they thought I was facilitating that type of activity, essentially. So, now was I? No, I have no. I mean, do I have some spice? That did I do. I still do have some spicy content. But was I like trying to hook guys up? Like was I a matchmaker?
Okay,
no,
yeah.
I really wasn't.
Okay.
This guy, he is lying to us right now. Because if you think YouTube owns Gmail and he's using his Gmail to talk to people and they ain't looking into his Gmail, Because once people start hearing about a criminal organization and PDF files and Floyd, they're gonna look into
that
him.
happened. I do believe if the whole Floyd situation had not happened, I think I would still have a channel.
100%. It's the Floyd stuff. They looked into everything he was sending through Gmail, and they realized he's been in Colombia saying, "Hey, come down here. I know where you can find the poor chicas in this certain brothel area." And he's been sending these Gmails to maybe YouTubers that he's been connecting with, and they got into his Gmail and found this stuff. 100%. When it comes to PDF file for activity, there's no barrier. They can say like, "Oh, you can't go into my Gmail." They're going to your Gmail and they'll find the dirtiest of emails you sent to certain people, and they'll use that to incriminate you. It's lucky that they ain't throwing him in prison. Luckily he ain't doing any PDF file stuff like Floyd. But definitely Floyd is at the center of the crumbling of this passport pro movement. If he, and then the fact that someone looked like they warned him because he was in some other place in Brazil looking to fly out the day they caught him. So who knows, man.
I think they were really I think they were getting, I don't want to say flashback, but they were getting they were trying to make some strong moves. Because, for example, in Brazil, I heard that they were calling the passport bro term a part of a criminal organization.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I do think that essentially Floyd made the block hot.
Skylar said the block is hot, and he went right back to Brazil and laughed in YouTube's face and got his channel clipped.
And they decided whoever we can cut, we're gonna cut.
Yeah,
So,
that's how YouTube is. So per se, it wasn't,
I don't think it's just whoever we can cut. If you're in a video with him and you, I don't remember him and Floyd being in the video, but I know another guy, he was in the video with. If you're all somehow connected, of course YouTube's gonna look into you. You know what I mean? But the block is hot.
the kind of content that you had in the past in the DR, it wasn't because of that. So yeah, that's true, man. Like you can't. YouTube is real big on because they got advertisers and stuff, so they're real big on.
You know what's really sad is that the passport bros, it should be something where you meant to have a certain amount of money, a certain amount of status. I mean, I'm not part of the passport bro. I don't think they're a criminal organization at all. But I feel like they let somebody, and they seem to not understand Floyd as a person. They didn't see his channels, the police content channel, and they didn't look at him and think, this guy's got several criminal records in multiple different states. And he flies all the way to Brazil with nothing but the shirt on his back to hang out with another passport bro. And I mean, he ain't really got much to his name, right? I can't just leave my house and have my bills to pay and just fly over to Brazil and stay there and become a PDF. I mean, you know what I mean? I got things I need to do. I got posts, bills to pay. Floyd had nothing. But yet, he's a dude that was sitting down there complaining about the women in America, how they don't cook, they don't clean, they don't do this and that. But in America, if he was just trying to get a normal woman in America, what would he have to offer? There we have it. And when you go to Thailand, Brazil, what do you have to offer, Floyd? Nothing but your money, right? The money that you was getting from YouTube, which now they all locked off.
You know, like you said, facilitating certain, you know, your traffic to certain websites and content that they don't deem, worthy, advertiser friendly. You know what I'm saying?
That Phantasm sounds like one of those places. Kyla, you know why you've been clipped.
Like, cause they rather just cut you, and just, even if it's unjust, they rather just cut you just to be on the safe side.
At the end of the day, these passport bros, in the grand scale of YouTube, you're gonna keep these guys around and risk advertisers running, or you're gonna cut these nobodies? Because to YouTube, these guys are just random nobodies. They're not like on the level of Mr. Beast. If Mr. Beast was doing this, they think twice. They'd be like, "Oh, this guy's one of the biggest guys on the network, man. You're gonna cut him?" You know what I mean? It'll be like a big void. But these guys, nobody's gonna miss them. But YouTube will miss their advertisers. So it's best to cut them off.
You'd rather have to deal with the advertisers complaining or whatnot, or some kind of lawsuit. You know what I'm saying?
But I will say, and some people will say this as well, is that on the flip side, whether you're talking about me, Skylar, or whatever, that there are other content creators, some other content travel creators who are not black, who promote certain things that one could deem to be not advertiser friendly.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And they're still out here, kicking it. So, you know what I mean? So I try.
Please name these people. Because I want to know. I don't know who they are. I want to know who these people are that he's talking about that aren't black, that have been promoting certain things. Because then he has a good case to say, like, this is discrimination and racism. But, is he talking about Vitali or, Johnny Somali? I mean, those guys are just nuisances. But they ain't promoting, like, prostitution. And then this guy has an OnlyFans. That just says it all. I mean, there's nothing wrong with having an OnlyFans, but, sometimes, like, you gotta start keeping certain things separate from something that's making the bulk of your money. Like, if your job was a certain thing, you keep it away from sexual work. But this guy seemed to mix everything all up in the mix. Not a smart thing.
Personally, I just try to move forward. I'm not really trying to look at the past and whatnot. But if someone was to look at these specifics, it is kind of it's interesting.
Yeah. They don't want you having the OFs and all this other stuff, and then you.
Well, once again, honestly, I do agree with that. But I think that was just the excuse.
That was not the excuse, man. Cause what are the OnlyFans models? They're just random models. They're damn good prostitutes. They're escorts. Escorts that you also promote on the YouTube. Not promoting them, but you feature them on the YouTube, right? So there's a back and forth between the escorting or the OnlyFans and the YouTube. Lucky thing he ain't dumb enough to link the OnlyFans within the YouTube bio. Thank God he ain't dumb enough to do it, because I saw one girl did that and her channel was out of there.
Because honestly,
these people don't understand, it's not what you're doing on YouTube, it's you as a person. If you went and murdered somebody, or you're a PDF file like R. Kelly, you have your channel clipped. Because him as a person, they don't want him on their network, on their site, knowing what he's done, and they don't want the advertisers being associated with him. That's why they got rid of Floyd. If you're doing illicit stuff outside of YouTube, and your face is on YouTube with advertisers, the minute you do something you mess up outside of YouTube and you're all over the news like Floyd, guess what? You still got a YouTube channel, right? And there's still adverts next to your face.
with the whole with Skylar, had a phantasm thing. I don't think there's any, because there's thousands of content creators that have like a link tree. That link tree goes to whatever whatever other sites. So like I said, I really think it was the Floyd made the block hot, and they're like, hey, we can reasonably cut these people. Let's just do it. So
YouTube does that. They gonna, if it's unjust, they rather just cut anybody than have to deal with the advertisers and their money. So even if it's unjust, you know what I'm saying? So they'll rather, they have no problem doing that. So yeah, man, that's crazy, man. So yeah, so what you got planned now?
Next, well, I will say, I would ask, hopefully I have a Rumble now, so hopefully the Rumble link will be in the description, so you can check that out. And then I'm still just making my content on X, on Instagram. On Instagram is Giamo, Giamo_.
It's gonna be one hard scale for him, because YouTube traffic, you can't beat YouTube traffic. Rumble, man. Rumble's like YouTube's little dumb brother. The traffic's just not there. The content isn't really suited, and the traffic's not there on Rumble to promote the stuff that he was doing. Instagram's okay, but it's like nothing beats the AdSense and the adverts that was going on YouTube. That's why I don't really mess around with YouTube too much and go around doing all weird stuff. But yeah, he was talking about the phantasms and stuff like that with Kyla, and he's like, "Oh, that's just an excuse." I don't think that was an excuse, man. It's like you gotta keep your whole persona clean. Because if someone as big as R. Kelly gets goes in prison for like PDF file stuff, and they clip his channel, and he's a star, right? He's a star. I mean, who's Giamo in the grand scale of things? Some random black dude flying to poor countries like Brazil and uploading stuff onto OnlyFans? They're gonna clip your ass as well, man. They're gonna get you out of here. You know, come on, man. That's like the guy talks like there was some sort of conspiracy theory on him. When anyone in YouTube in the back rooms are looking at these guys and thinking, man, should we clip these dudes? Like, we're gonna miss them. You know, there's other networks they can go on to. It's like, yeah, man, of course they're gonna clip you. Anyway, like, subscribe, and I'm out. I kind of ranted on for a long time. Shout out to Game Abroad. I ain't really used too much of his content, really. I mean, I kind of like talked over it. I'm still talking over it right now. Yeah, man, I have no beef with any of these guys. I'm just like trying to point out the obvious, man. It's like, come on. What do you expect? I'm out.